Yo, guys, how's it hanging? My name is Iceland Nick, and welcome to the third Recognition podcast. I'm here with three other guys today. Introduce yourselves and say what's up, guys.
I'm Zod. I'm a mod in Recognition and Lord of the Reindeer Hat.
How's it going, guys? I'm Fosty. I'm also a mod in Recognition, and I am currently the rank 3 10 HP, rank 3 10 HP peer for attack.
I'm Dragon, and probably the second player to get Lieutenant in Recognition.
All right. We're gonna do this like we usually do. What's everyone doing right now?
I'm just woodcutting. It'll be my last non-viable, and then got about 2-3 weeks till max.
I'm currently fishing on Fosty right now.
Yeah, I'm doing the same 5-tick fishing, and then using ults to make money.
Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of agility. But all right, we're gonna start this out. So, what are your guys? What's your guys' goals right now in RuneScape?
Yeah, just max really. I don't, not 100% sure what I'm doing after that, but definitely trying to get that done as fast as I possibly can. So, that's about it.
Aside from like working on my account on the side, I'm trying to write like a super mega guide with Zod, and I'm trying to like incorporate how we're gonna do all that, and so that's probably the biggest goal for me personally right now. So we'll talk more about that on a later date in a few months.
I'm just planning for what I should do post-max, money-wise as well. Other than maxing, that's about it for now.
Yeah, I'm just with Zod, and I'm just trying to max. I don't know what I'm gonna do after, but definitely just trying to max. I know I'm a long way off, but still. All right, so Resizing just came out one recently. What do you guys think about it? Do you use it? Do you think it's a good idea?
At first it seemed to be a little bit laggy. I'm not sure if it still is, but I just pretty much just stayed away from it because lag. I mean, I tried it because I've been doing fishing and woodcutting, but I don't know. I haven't used it too much. Definitely with mining though, I will.
I don't really use it personally because it's easier to use AHK on a fixed screen, but I can see the potentials in using resizable for things like maybe Hunter or Agility, where having a bigger screen so you have more of a visual area to see stuff would be pretty cool. That, and I guess for, I wouldn't really say like nostalgic purposes, because it did come out in like, what was it, like 2009 or whatever normally. But yeah, I don't really use it.
I don't use that at all unless I'm doing really click-intensive stuff where I have to go from the ore or the 3-tick fishing with the reindeer hats and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think it's even worth considering.
Yeah, I don't use it either. I like to play on two accounts at once, and it's really hard to do that with full screen. Plus, it makes it virtually impossible for me to record. I make skiller progress videos, so it's basically impossible for me to record with it. So, just I stay away from it too. So, yeah. If you guys could bring back a mini game from the live game to old school, what mini game would it be?
Well, of course, Soul Wars. You know. Other than that, I think stealing creations. Like besides the rewards, of course, but I like that you could. I like that it had, it involved your skills. So skillers had a benefit in there, and then also that you could fight other skillers in there without gaining combat XP. I thought that was pretty epic. But those are probably the two that I would, in theory, like to see come to old school. That'll never be here.
I'm just gonna put this out here and say fuck Soul Wars. Soul Wars ruined the game, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why it'll never come. So
Yeah, no, definitely, I don't want it there. I'm not against some way for a level 3 Citrine Slayer, but as far as like actual minigames concerned, stealing creation, definitely. Like even the rewards were fine. I mean, like some of the Sacred Clay was like a little ridiculous, but you gotta understand, like getting the all the hammers and stuff, the time that you spent getting all the hammers, did it really save you that much time when you went into construction? So it's definitely worth it. I enjoyed doing the game as well, and it's just nice to, I don't know, feel wanted for once in a mini game.
Feel wanted.
I'd bring back Soul Wars, I guess. You can actually do darts and stuff in there. Um, Apart from 10 HP, it's not that much of a difference for devaluing stats. It only enhances other things.
And no, I'm definitely with Frosty. Fuck Soul Wars. There's like, I think, what, the 100th skiller in RS3 has gotten 99 Slayer. And, I mean, I just think it's kind of like Nightmare Zone. It ruins I don't know. I mean, 100 people have 99 Slayer as level 3 on RS3. That's ridiculous.
It's not from Soul Wars though.
What is it from then?
It's either from spins that they buy, or it's from. Well, I mean, a lot of it, I guess, is from Soul Wars. I don't think a lot of
I know
them mainly
Will
did
Miss
it.
it. Will Miss it did Soul Wars.
Mm-hmm. I think the majority either bought it or just used the dailies and penguins slowly and got it up there.
I mean, if they brought back, I mean, I would bring back penguins. I guess that's considered a minigame. I would definitely bring back penguins. And the only other one that I'd bring back, though, is mobilizing armies. Not even for the game, just because I like to use the bank there. That's the only reason.
What is that?
Mobilizing armies?
Yeah.
Was it
Oh,
mobilizing
why?
or mobilization?
Mobilizing.
Mobilizing.
Never heard of it.
That was a waste of time.
I never played it. I don't know what it was for, but I just used the bank because it was right there. So.
No.
Yep.
I'd only see Soul Wars. It only affects Slayer, but then with Stealing Creations, that just affects everything: fishing, woodcutting, mining.
Yeah,
I think you had
to do it for fletching. What was it?
Oh, yeah,
crafting
fletching
and
as well.
construction and smithing. You had to do it, especially for
Definitely.
200 mils. Like 200 mils, it kind of devalued them to like complete shit.
I wouldn't say it devalued them complete shit. It made them more reasonable.
Yeah.
I never did Stealing Creations, so I have no idea how to do it.
It was fun. Basically, you go out, you farm a bunch of clay, you make tools out of that clay, and you go get more clay with those tools.
Oh. Okay.
It's a lot more in-depth than that, but that's essentially the basics of it.
I guess it kind of was ruined by like how you could just have clans and stuff. I guess it kind of ruined it, and like that's how it would be if it came. So you can see how they would.
The alts and everything.
Yeah, and all. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could always go back and talk about Great Orb Project and doing 50-50 the entire time.
Fuck Great Orb Project.
God.
I mean, I wouldn't
Fuck
mind
that.
having
Fuck
back
Runespan.
either.
Nah, dude.
Great Orb Project, that was awesome. You gotta admit,
In
those
theory-
robes were awesome.
In theory, like it was kind of fun, but it was annoying because you like had to do it. I think for like natures and shit like that. Not sure,
Still
but
91 at least.
yeah.
Alright. If you guys could create the next skill in Old School RuneScape, what would you create?
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if I have like any idea of like a specific thing. I would definitely like to see a gathering skill or something that takes effort and isn't AFKable. But I'm not sure if I can think of anything specific.
To
Josh.
be honest, I'm thinking, because, like, I don't know what I would really create, so to speak. I mean, we've all heard about Artisan and everything, and, like, I'd totally be down for something similar to that. I mean, hell, even sailing. I mean, just doing something.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was always excited for that.
Just, doing
Yeah,
something
yeah.
different would be cool. Something I've always been interested in as well, especially in other games and stuff, and something that RuneScape has never had, is some kind of like writing skill. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, we should go and create an actual writing skill, but like, could you imagine, like, even on your mains and shit, like, you go and you kill a bunch of dragons, and like how they have pet drops now, where it's like 1 in 4,000 chance of getting like a baby version of that. What if it dropped like a 1 in 4,000 chance of dropping like a saddle, and then you could put a saddle on a green dragon, and then you can just ride that green dragon around wherever you wanted to.
Well, that wouldn't really be a skill, would it?
I mean, technically, because like, say like they incorporated some way to like a Slayer kind of requirement, so to speak. It's like, oh, you could kill him and get the drops, but you still had to like raise up the baby dragon, for example. But you had to have like 70 I don't even know what the hell to call it. I want to say equestrian, but that's horses.
Well then, how would you level up your equestrian level to get to
Horses.
70?
You would start by capturing a chicken, and then you would put that
Oh
chicken
my
into
God.
an incubator, or
Oh
the
my
chicken
God.
egg into an incubator.
Wow.
You would hatch it and you would raise it, and then it would grow up into a little chicklet, and then you would like feed it and shit. And then like as it grew up, you would get XP for it, and then eventually you can ride your chicken around. And then like as the levels increase, you can do that for like the other like monsters in the game, like cows or dragons or, well, I'm trying to think of what else you could really ride per se. But you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I got it.
Something like that would be kind of cool. It would never
I'm
happen.
more. For me, it's always something to do with construction. There's something about it. It feels like there's so much potential with it. But I don't know if I could actually turn it into a proper skill. If I was able to bring one back. I don't know the usefulness of summoning, but then as being a skiller, I wouldn't really use it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of gonna backtrack off what Fossey said, not with the whole equestrian thing, but like when Artisan was pulled, I was 100% down for it. I'm really upset that it didn't pass, just because I think something like a Slayer-like skill for skillers would be sick, and it would also, I mean, if it was incorporated, and I feel like if people really like started training it, it would actually help out like other people round out their skills, like the guys who just do combat and nothing else, who only do, skilling for quests. And then every time like sailing was introduced, even as a joke, I know it was just like an April Fool's joke, but I was always 100% down for it. I always thought it was like the coolest idea ever. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's get fucking sailing!" I'm so down. But I mean, those are the only two that I would create. But while we're on the topic of creativity, I don't know if you guys saw, but Hooray for Jay and Digit posted something on Reddit about a skilling boss. Basically, for like those of you who didn't see it, it's basically like one phase of the like with the boss, you would like mine it, and then like it would go into like another phase, and you'd like use your like wood cutting and stuff like that, and you would just use different skills to defeat the boss. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I'm not sure if the majority of people are on board because the majority of people are PKers and traditional PVMers that don't have non-combat stats, which is unfortunate, but I like the idea of it, and I also like the idea of course, it giving Slayer XP. So you just, farm that for days, get some Slayer XP, well below, normal EHP rates and stuff like that, but it'd still be fine. I think it was a pretty good idea, but and it's good that they've talked about it. They they talked about it on Q&A and stuff, so maybe it has some potential.
I mean, I don't necessarily like the whole concept of it's just a giant thing and you have to skill to take it down. I do think that's kind of a little redundant. I would honestly be more down for a boss where like it had two aspects of it. Like say that you had say you had the giant boss, right? And then you could attack it per se. Like you would still be doing damage and stuff to it, but like in order to weaken it and everything, you had to like cut the roots around its legs or something like that. So it would make it easier for the combaters to actually take it down. I'd be down for something more towards those lines. But as far as like a 100% skilling only boss, it's redundant because like you guys were saying, 80%, if not 90% at least, just do combat in this game. So it would never, even if it was to be created, no one would do it aside from us, like level 3s and shit. So
It could be made for that though. Like, I'd prefer to have that where people have to actually work up their skills to actually participate in it than other than bring in a mini game for like say Soul Wars to train Slayer, where you could just make your camp members straight off Tutorial Island, and they can just sit there just leeching games. I view that as more of an achievement, and getting the Slayer from that is your reward for having all your other skills.
Well, I mean, they don't have to make it to where you can be, like AFK it, so to speak. You can do something like in pest control, like you have to have a certain amount of, contribution to the boss. So like even if you don't like do the actual like the attacking of it, you have to do like I don't even know how to really word this, but you have to
Drop an
like
X amount of logs or
yeah,
something.
you know, like you have to do a certain amount of contribution towards the the killing of it before you get any of the rewards. That way, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it could
to counter
really
that, like, they should make it to like kind of like stealing creations to where if you wanted to have the max amount of points, you need to have 80 like mining, fishing, woodcutting,
oh yeah, no, for sure.
hunter and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. I wouldn't want it to where you can just make an account and just sit there farming games like on Soul Wars and stuff, and that just devalues everything.
But if like the drops weren't as good as Zora, no one would do it, which is unfortunate.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, that's like my point. Like you guys said, like 80-90% of people are combaters. I would even go farther and say like the boss would just pander to like if it was just skilling based, it would pander to like the skilling community, which is like 1% of RuneScape, like literally like 1%.
There would have to be rewards incorporated into it for
But
like XP increase and stuff.
but you know for a fact, even if that was introduced, that like normal combaters and PVMers would still not do it because they don't care about everything. No, they wouldn't.
yeah, they don't.
They don't
They're not gonna
care.
train
I'd
the
only
skills
see a
anyways.
level
They
three.
don't care. And
Only a level 3 would do that,
I
just
mean,
for the Slayer XP.
I mean, if there's people who love skilling, they will do it. But it's such a small, like even if it gets pulled, even if it magically gets pulled, it will not pass. It'll probably won't even get 10%.
The only
I
way
would
that
say.
if it was to be passed though, they would have to incorporate like maybe some kind of sacred clay type stuff, which would
I mean,
have
if
combat
it
And the
has
skillers
stuff.
wouldn't like that.
yeah, but like but the combaters wouldn't do it. Like only people who would want to do it are people who are trying to get like 200 mils and shit, or trying to get like a skill to 99. Combaters don't do that. Like you don't see a PVMer with 99 woodcutting. You see him with like 56 because he needed it for a quest,
Yeah.
and then he never trains it again.
But I mean, that's why I'm saying like with the sacred clay stuff, because you can still get the sacred clay scimitar and sacred clay armor, which does increase the XP, which was actually really beneficial, especially for peers and everything. So it would still cause people to go and do it. You don't have to necessarily do like same with stealing creation. You didn't have to have the actual skilling skills to go do it. If you just had combat, you just went around and fucking attacked people. You can do that same thing for that boss. It's just like when you do the skilling on it, you're weakening it and you're making it easier to kill. So the most efficient way to take it down would be having a group of skillers with you. It's like doing dungeoneering back in the day. Like the best groups for dungeoneering had 2 combaters and then 3 level 3s to lower the overall combat level of all the monsters and shit within the dungeon, so they could just run through it easily, get the max amount of XP possible. So you could do something similar to that. You just have to reward the combaters in some kind of way, i.e. stealing creation scimitars-esque kind of stuff.
If they made the XP, like the end result, worth your time, even if it's just like 20 minutes of your day where you could only do it like on the hour for like, it's a good example, kind of like a daily, but then didn't they want to say that they didn't want to do dailies on old school?
Yeah.
They wanted to avoid that.
Yeah. All right. All right. So somebody who knows more about this can explain this, but somebody give your opinions on Deadman mode and maybe explain what it is for the people who don't know.
Yeah, I think I have a decent understanding of it. So essentially, I don't think they've figured out exactly, of course, what's going on, but so it's like a different world where everyone starts with all level 1 stats, and it's pretty much a whole PvP world. But there are guards in the city. They're supposed to be able to protect you. So there's not, you can't just get owned in the bank all day. But I don't know if they're gonna do bonus XP rates, which is something I'd like. I don't think I would play it unless there was bonus XP rates. So I don't think I would get as much progress as I would want to. But yeah, you pretty much. I think anyone could fight anyone. So like a 126 could fight a level 3 skiller if you wanted to make a Deadman 3 skiller. Kind of scary, but yeah, and then I guess if the person who dies gets the key to the person's bank, and then either all their stats are restored, or they haven't decided if they're just gonna like go down by 10 or like 40 or something like that, or whatever. But your stats will have an impact when you die, so you have to avoid dying as much as possible and stuff. So It could be fun. I think I would. I think I would 100% try it out, like AFK something on my main, try it out. Maybe a skiller, or do some mining or something. But I don't think I would do 300 hours of mining, or like 200 hours of mining. I think I would be down for like 50 or like 100 or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like first to 99 mining maybe.
Yeah, the only problem with that though is like every time you do die, you lower, like you get your stats lowered by 7. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, no, it was straight up in the dev poll.
Yeah.
Like you could just, you go get 99, yay, you got 99, then you fucking die. And then
Yeah,
you're back
they said that they might lock 3 skills so you can have 3 skills that never go back, which would be cool because I would only do, I wouldn't do them all anyway, so. But that would be really annoying. Just I don't know who would possibly go to Granite and go to kill someone, but
Do people kill you everywhere? People kill you in PvP worlds and like, anywhere.
Granite though? Who goes
Probably.
to Granite?
I bet
Get water
there's
skins.
there's somebody out there who's like,
Flashing.
dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
man, I'm just
log
gonna
so
camp
fast.
right here on the granite.
pretty much.
It would be like hunting black chins and mining granite at the same time. You'd have to just like run away and log out as fast as possible and shit like that.
We can
Kinda
just,
fun.
create a splasher. Because it just happened to be a not.
The greatest splasher.
Hell yeah.
That'd be
Create a
so
splasher for
fucked.
Deadman.
That'd be so fucked.
But yeah, no, I mean, I would honestly, I'd be down for it. I mean, I'm down for other versions of, this game and everything. I mean, Iron Man is cool and everything. The only way that I would honestly do Deadman, or even just like attempt it, is if it had to be free to play, because I'm not going to buy another account for it. Which brings me to another thing of, because we have all these different modes that require us to be in other different worlds and require us to have different characters, why don't we have it so it's just like one universal RuneScape character? But you get one character, like, so you have the universal account, right? And then you get one character for each version. So like, say they introduced Deadman, you could be paying for membership on your main. Like, say I was paying for membership on Fosti, and then I wanted to create a Deadman Fosti. I didn't have to go and buy another account, pay for membership on that account just to play Deadman for like 10 hours or something like that. I can have 2 tunes, so to speak, linked to that one account that I'm paying for. That's the only way that I would do that, because it's turning into a game where in order to enjoy it fully and do all those other things, you got to pay for like 4, 5, 6, 7 different accounts. And I'm not for that personally, but I'm down for Deadman itself. The whole essence of it, I think, is pretty cool, because you can do things, especially with clans and stuff. Like you can have one clan that controls Lumbridge, and then you can have one clan that controls Varrock, and one clan that controls Falador. Like certain clans will go and take control of certain skilling spots. Like I'm going to imagine that like a clan is going to go and take control of all of the red chin spots and everything, right? And so like, oh, you wanted to come and hunt red chins, you had to kill everyone in that clan, or kill everyone that was protecting those spots. I mean, the theory crafting behind that and what could potentially happen is kind of cool when you think about it, because then you could create full out wars per se between these clans and stuff, more so than what's already out there in the wilderness, because you're fighting not necessarily for pride, so to speak, but more towards actual skilling spots and resources and everything like that. So the theory crafting, it's pretty cool behind that, so I'm for that.
As long as they don't have it where you can create your account and you just start farming players for gold basically, and you just go up to the G and you just buy all the best gear. I want it to be, if you actually log onto that world where in Iron Man mode, like you can trade other players, but you can't just go up to the G and just buy whatever you need to do, so you can just camp an area.
Well, it would be a
Like
different server.
players actually have to mine or get up to 80 mining so they can mine or 85 mining so they can mine the Maroonite, or make the rune plate bodies and stuff, and then it just works its way up from there. But then from the skiller aspect of it, you'd have to be a PKer, just doing stuff towards your team or something like that. Only gonna be a one-way road.
I mean, honestly, I think it's a really stupid idea. Mainly because when you die, your stats get reset. So just think, like, you're camping, Slayer for days. You finally get 85 to go to, like, a Abbey Demons to get a whip, and there's someone there, and they just kill you, and then you get reset. Like, fuck that. And then they get access to your bank. Fuck that. I just worked so
Wait.
hard to get all this shit, and they just get a key and get to take all my stuff. The fuck? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Plus, like you said, like some like one clan controls Ballad or one clan controls Barrock. That's asinine because say one clan takes over a city in a month, and you just start Deadman mode like you have absolutely positively no shot at doing anything because the second you spawn in Lumbridge, you're dead. Someone's just gonna kill you. Like there's
supposed to be guards in place that are in the big cities.
You know there's gonna be tons of people there, and the guards won't do shit for you.
Well, they will.
It's gonna be the
kill them
PKing
It
clan.
doesn't even matter. It's just gonna be if you're not a legit PKer, you have no shot at doing anything.
Well,
And like you said, like who's gonna come out and kill me at Granite? Dude, I'm telling you, someone's gonna go out there and murder your ass at Granite. I don't even care. So I think it's a stupid ass idea. They honestly, it's just them trying to pander to the PKers. Like that's basically all it is.
I mean, I'm kind of assuming that it's going to be dead content after a few months.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt. Because
You know,
Not the
PKers,
Iron
they're
Man
not-
mode.
no
The
one's
hype
doing
of it
anything.
has gone down.
Oh yeah, I think Iron Man's dead. It's boring. I don't care about Iron Man anymore.
I mean, everyone who said they're an Iron Man, they've been doing it from the beginning, but no one's creating new accounts to make them Iron Man.
True. Alright, what do you guys think about the summer event? Do you guys do it? What are your opinions? Etc.
The only holiday event that I've ever done is the Christmas event for the reindeer hat. Other than that, I don't even know the rewards from the summer event or really how to do it. So, not sure.
You get this mask, I think, from it. I haven't done it yet. I think, like you said, basically they're all kind of redundant. I'll do the major holiday ones just to get all the old gear, but then I'll just let that Diago guy or Diango, I can't even remember his name.
Diago, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just let him hold it all. I mean, I don't need anything of it aside from the reindeer hat. I mean, it'd be cool to have the scythe again, but as far as this midsummer stuff goes, it's just it's kind of an XP waste.
I'm in the same boat as Frosty. This just seems to be so cosmetic and not even worth the time considering.
Yeah, I'm with them. I just feel like it's totally cosmetic. Like people talk about it in CC, like, "Oh, what's the item? What's the item?" And I'm like, I don't have the time. Like I don't care. Like, I mean, maybe if the mask like teleported you to Taverly or something, that would be okay. But honestly, I just think again, it's purely cosmetic, and again, it's XP waste.
What color is the mask? Do you know?
I think it's green. I think I saw some dude with it.
Oh.
I think there's two you can get.
I thought it was like gold, like the sun.
I think there's two you can get. I'm not totally sure. But I haven't even done it once, so I don't care.
Wait, do we know that it's cosmetic though?
I'm almost positive it's purely cosmetic. They're just trying to pander to that fashionscape that you shouldn't be playing in the first place.
I mean, Fashionscape's a real thing.
Yeah, I
same
know.
color
I
as
dropped
the,
4 mil for
RCK.
you, bud. I dropped 4 mil for Frosty's Fashionscape, by the way, in case anyone who's wondering.
That's because
I
you
didn't-
fucked up.
It's because I
Got
fucked up,
screenshots.
but still. Okay, so do you guys use OSBuddy Pro, and would you recommend it?
I don't know if I would recommend. I definitely don't use it because I don't see any benefit whatsoever besides the farming, which isn't really necessary in my opinion. But so I don't know. I mean, like I guess maybe when I'm doing tree runs a long ways down the road and I'm XP wasting going to check my trees and then having to run back, maybe I can see myself spending $3 or whatever, but I really don't see a benefit to it yet, so probably not. I mean, I use the regular ones, and I'm just not the pro ever.
Yeah, 100%, totally worth it. It's yeah, it increases your efficiency 100%. Even from simple things like having the farming timers built into your client, to having an actual countdown as far as the in-game timer is concerned, as far as stat boosts are. Because like when you're doing that,
Well, that's
in your
all
client
regular
utility-
though.
Yeah, but it doesn't display all that. Like the timer for OSB, it'll say like, oh, you got 20 seconds until the internal timer resets, because it's not going off of when you eat, it's going off of the internal clock within the
Wait,
game.
was the question OSBuddy Pro or OSBuddy?
OSBuddy Pro.
So, but you don't have to have Pro to do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
To
because
have
I
it
did
Pro
that.
on the display?
Yeah, because I use Summer Pies without OSBuddy Pro.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, just having OSB Pro,
I
everything.
don't know. I
It's
really
just
don't think there's a benefit though.
Nah, there really is though. I mean,
farming
it's
timers.
it might
Just
be
the farming
minimal because we're
timers.
skillers, but yeah, definitely there's a
I mean, even having
benefit.
Pro as a pure, like if you have
Um,
defensive stance, like you accidentally take it, it's gonna your screen turns fucking red. I mean, it's just little things like that. It's worth it. 100%. And it's only $2 too. You guys act like $2 is a lot of money. I know a lot of people are like broke ass kids living in their houses all by themselves and everything, or like people's basements and whatnot. But it's $2 a month. Like you can get that just I don't know walking around and finding quarters on the ground. And whatnot. It's like just buy it. Fuck.
um, I haven't really found a use for it. On that weekend when they had the free promotion thing, I did some agility just to test it out, but then once you do the course like 3 or 4 times, it becomes like second nature. You don't really have to pay attention to all the overlays and stuff. It just actually gets really annoying. Trees, I only see that as being a bonus towards level 3 skillers. And then Mod Matt K said that they were going to update the regular or official client to become more like OSBuddy with XP drops, and they already did. They already did the world hopping and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I would recommend it. Like Flossie said, come on, it's like $2 a month. And I mean, honestly, the whole farming thing kind of sells it on me because I'm fucking lazy. But I mean, I would definitely recommend it. I mean, just try it out for a month. If you don't think it's worth it, don't renew. I definitely do enjoy it though. There's a lot of overlays and stuff that you can use. I just find really helpful. So I would definitely recommend it. Give it a shot. Okay, so do you guys use alts? If so, what kind of alt is it? And how much have you made from your alt estimate?
I do some. Been known to do a little rune crafting.
Little Arcean.
I'm about to 80, so I made about 50 mil so far from it, which is decent, I guess. But I'm still gonna have to do a bit of hunter. So yeah, just some RC.
That's all you do is runecraft. You have like 4 different accounts for runecrafting.
Yeah.
I have alts. I haven't played on them recently, but yeah, they're. I'm trying to think, how much have I made on them? If you don't want to include my merging alt, because that doesn't really technically count, because I'm not really doing anything on it.
Yeah, we won't count that.
Yeah, I probably made 50, 60 mil off of all my alts, and probably in total so far. Which I mean, it's not a lot when you think about it, but then again, it is, because
Kinda
it's just
is.
something on the side that you're basically 80% AFKing, and you don't really have to think about. So, I mean, it's nice. You know, if you don't have an alt, we are playing literally an altscape now. So,
True.
you have to have an alt nowadays. Even do something like having a bank bitch. It's really nice.
Yeah, you're just disadvantaged if you don't use alts these days. Everyone's just so micro efficient now. I don't know. I've had different alts, but I keep switching between them. I should be making a double nat alt soon, and then for the ones I've currently made, it's probably about 100 mil, but I haven't exported over since most of my bank now just comes from RS3, and then that's it.
Yeah, I use alts. I only have one, and it's a woodcutting alt. And Flossie always makes fun of me for it, for having it. But I've made probably around 31 mil from it, just straight cutting used. I switched to magics, and I merched a little bit on it. So if you don't want to count the merching, like we didn't with Flossie, I probably made about 26 or 27 mil off it. So
Yeah. I was talking to someone about
not
this, like, because a lot of people say that alts, you know, are scummy or whatever. But especially for the level 3, if you are playing 4 ranks and you're not just, you know, going, you know, just to max or just for a few 99s, it's like sad, but it's actually required to do an alt.
it really
you know,
is.
because in
I would-
theory, like in theory,
Hunter's only going to get you so far.
Yeah, Hunter only gets you two, maybe three viables to 200 mil.
True.
And like from 200 mil XP, and then after that, like unless you want to do MLM or I guess agility is a decent amount, but other than that, like you were just stuck, mining runite ore after that.
Exactly. I mean,
For
I did
hours.
MLM. And I did MLM from like 50 to 99. And it only made me like 70 mil. It, honestly, in the long run, is not worth it.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do that though?
Oh my god, 8, 9 months. Long time.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't do straight motherload mine. I did other skills, but it was not worth it. I mean, like I remember I saw somebody who commented on one of Fosse's videos, and he said like, "Hey, like I'm a skiller, check me out." It's like, all right, and he was like on one of his videos, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to rank 1, try to be rank 1 skiller without alts." And I left like this paragraph on his like in the comment section, like, this is not possible. Like literally, it is not possible for you to do this. Like totally in detail explaining it. And like there was a couple other comments, and he replied to all of them except mine, and I was like, I pissed him off, but it's true. Like it's Altscape. There's no way you're gonna be able to play for rank without an alt.
You either
It's just not
sacrifice
possible.
having more time, less XP, or just be a disadvantage in the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess if you're playing 15, 18 hours a day, shout out to Dre Gas real fast.
The only
it's
ones that
possible.
complained for
That
it though.
guy's sketchy.
He is sketchy.
I don't think it's the person. I think I
Dre
might be
Gas,
up
if you're
front.
listening, drop a comment.
We're on to you.
We're on to you. Oh, shit.
The only ones that
Recognition's
complained for
on the
it, yeah, the lazy people are the ones that complain for it because they're just getting disadvantaged.
Yeah.
True. They're the people who complain that it's too hard to make money when it's really not. So this one, I want someone to touch on this. This is kind of going to be sort of a hard question to answer, but somebody asked, "What's Recognition's relationship with other skilling clans?" And they want us to touch on Z-Skillers, Peaceful, and Nova.
I'll start this one off. I used to be
yeah.
an ex-member of Nova, so just shout out to them real fast. There's... I'd say honestly that our relationship as a whole with all the other skilling clans and everything is actually pretty good. A lot of us are ex-members from other clans, albeit, Peaceful. We have Peaceful in here, we have Nova in here, and we got 2 from Z-Skillers in here. Oh my god.
That phone.
But yeah, so like we have a bunch of ex-members in here, and we all come together. It's just we're different. I wouldn't say that we're all like different niches, so to speak. It's just like for me personally, it was scheduling. Like the Nova, like people in Nova, they weren't active during the times that I was playing. Whereas when I come out and I hung out with Recognition, they were all active during the time that I was playing. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna go hang out with these people then. And then next thing you know, I'm becoming a mod and we're making podcasts and websites and shit. But yeah, as a whole, we have I would say honestly a good relationship with everyone, except for maybe Z-Skillers.
I mean, I'm sorry, Zach, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say that Nova seems to be making a pretty decent comeback, which is always good to see. I thought they were maybe dying off a bit. I'm not sure. I'm not in there a lot, but it's nice to see them having a lot of active members and stuff like that. I think a little clan rivalry, maybe a little bit of rivalry between the clans is good. Maybe a little bit of maybe for competitions and stuff like that. See, like these people in this clan are getting pretty solid gains. These people are slacking a little bit. I think that's healthy. But yeah, that's about it.
I'm kind of the same thing with Zod. Having competition to make people thrive and strive towards their goals. But then, I don't know, just when people start getting like really cocky and dissing other clans, saying that they're better, when we all have the same goal in the end, that's when I don't, or you draw the line.
I would say we have a good relationships with all clans. I mean, shout out to Nova. Like I have so much love for them. They're like basically like our neighbor clan, I guess, like our brother clan. Like really good relations. I can go in there whenever. And just be like, hey guys, when they're like, oh Nick, what's up, man? Like so much love for them. Shout out to them. They started like around the same time we did, and it's great to see us both come so far. And I'm gonna have to go against what Josh said about, or Frosty said about Zscaler us not having really a good relationship. I'm gonna go against that and say that the moderation of both Recognition and Zscaler has a great relationship. I'm good friends with Tim Riggins. I'm good friends with Jay. I'm good friends with Yisk. I'm pretty good friends with Dig. I just feel like Zscaler kind of resents us, mainly because we did form from them. So a lot of their lower members kind of don't like us for that reason. But I mean, overall, I feel like our relationship is good. Peaceful, we have a good relationship with. Peaceful. I mean, Brandon was really good friends with Peaceful Bone, so we have a really solid relationship with them now, just for that. I mean, there's a couple smaller clans that are around that we may not be the best of friends with, but I mean, it's just stupid things that we got to look past and get over because, all in all, it is just a game, and there's no reason for us to not be friends over something stupid like that. They know who they are. So, since we're on the topic, what do you guys think about maybe like a super clan, like all these clans coming together and forming one big, massive skilling clan?
I think in theory it'd be cool. Maybe like, or maybe even like a they say like a high-end clan maybe, but I think like at the end of the day, people kind of just like 99% of the skillers are just playing to hang out with their friends and mostly casual. So I don't see any conversion going on, unless something like a clan similar to Peaceful, to where a lot of their members may have left or went combat or something like that, maybe merging. But of course, Peaceful's not going to do that, and that's fine. But I don't see anything like that happening for now, because everyone's pretty comfortable where they're at.
I know something like Unity is going to be happening for the Clan Cup and everything. But like even as some of like the smaller clans merging together and everything, I'm fine with that. Like we're gonna have, if everyone came together, that wouldn't work. Because we're always gonna have people in here who don't like each other, and because of that, they're gonna want to separate and go and do their own things. And so of course they're gonna take other people out and go form a clan with themselves. Like, oh hey, we're all buddies. Let's just make a clan here. But as far as like the overall aspect of having, I wouldn't necessarily say a super clan, so to speak, but having like maybe two like really big clans would be a lot more healthier than the sporadic like 8-something clans that are currently out right now for skillers.
I don't know, long-term wise, because that's what I'm trying to push for, because I don't want to just do all this effort and then the game just dies out 2 years down the track because no one wants to feel or even consider playing. But if they stick with, I don't know, like if they put the best with the best, that just shuns out like 90% of all the other skillers that want to participate with everyone else. And then that just demotivates them from actually like playing long-term. Because like currently there's like under 10 people, 10-15 people that are considering going post 99, and then it'll eventually take its toll on motivation.
I think in theory it'd be cool, but there's no way it would ever happen. There's so many people that just have like dumb allegiance, like stupidly loyal allegiance to like their clans. Like I was talking to some guy in Motherload Mine, also level 3 skiller. We were having a full-on conversation for like 20 minutes, and then he's like, "Are you in Z Skillers?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm not." And then he just stopped talking to me just because I wasn't in Z Skillers, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I just feel like people, like, if we all did come together, the leadership would be in question because, that, like, like admins from Z Skillers, admins from Peaceful, admins from Recognition, admins from Nova would all want to keep, like, would want to keep their position.
Yeah, they feel like they deserve.
Honestly, if it did happen, I wouldn't want to be just like a rank. I would want to be a moderator because, it's not that I feel like I'm better than everyone else. It's just that I was a moderator here and I don't want to lose that.
Buddy left your channel.
Whatever that was. But, I wouldn't want to have to restart from the bottom again. And it's just, and if they did it just on like sheer ranks, I wouldn't 95% of us wouldn't stand a chance to become like a moderator because there's just it's like there's 10 skillers that are better than me right now. So I don't know. I mean, in theory it'd be cool, but it's just never gonna happen. And I guess we're sort of on the subject still. What do you guys think of like the RuneScape community as a whole?
As a whole, honestly, it is pretty cancerous.
But is this considering RS3 as well?
No, just old school.
Yeah, just generally as a whole, I honestly say
This
it's pretty
the
cancerous.
skilling community, I reckon it's pretty good. But then when you add in all the PVMers and they have this mindset of old school for the win, and they don't want to consider anything outside of the game, like content from RS3 that could be beneficial long term for here. But yeah.
I'm just gonna do a quick shout out for Zod, because that was a big crash and he instantly disconnected. So
Oh, really?
he's still alive. Yeah.
All right, well I'll go since I didn't even notice that. I think the RuneScape community. I mean, can't really generalize it altogether. You have to break it down into subcategories, like the
Buddy joined your
PKers, the
channel.
PVMers, the skillers. And I've never been combat ever, so I've only ever really been around the skilling clan. And when you look at the skilling clan compared to like other ones, it's so far ahead of like everyone else. Like, yeah, there's competition for like the top ranks, but I would much rather see someone succeed as a skiller than to fail. Like, I mean, as a PKer, what do you want to do? You want to kill everyone else. Like, that's your goal.
Yeah, you just want their bank. That's
exactly. But as a skiller, like, if I'm going to say, like, I'm number 2 and Dragon's number 1, I want Dragon to do as good as he can. Like, I don't want to see Dragon quit. I don't want to see him fail. I want to see him succeed. And that's why I think the skilling community as a whole is just pretty solid. And I think it's far beyond every other community.
Are you okay?
That still affects with the Unity
Zod fell out
clan.
of his chair.
My chair broke in half. And then I fell and knocked my desk over my monitor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, my chair broke. I was like leaning so far back in it, just like relaxing maximum. Yeah, are we on the same question?
Yeah, same question.
Yeah, another thing for that is all the clans, like, they all have different rules. They all have really different rules, and I think that would be really hard to do too. Like merging clans and being like, okay, we really hate this rule, we really like this rule. Like we don't have a no drug talk rule, for example, in our clan. You know, like we don't see a problem with it. Maybe other clans have had problems with it, and that's why they've done that sort of thing. But we haven't had bad experiences with that, so I think that would be another obstacle. So.
Okay. So this last question of the podcast, I'm assuming, is we're gonna touch on. This is probably just for more me and Frosty and Zod, but we're gonna touch on recognition's past and what we think it has for what recognition is gonna have. Like what's the future of recognition? And I'm gonna start this one just because I've been here since day one. We started recognition. I don't even remember when, a while ago, but I remember this isn't me knocking on anybody in Z-Skillers or in Digit or anything like that. But when we first left, Digit flat out said to us, "Okay, well, like if you're gonna leave, that's fine. I'll see you in 2 weeks." And he was counting us out from the beginning, saying, we were just a bunch of people who were just angry and just nothing was gonna come of this. And to see us go, we used to get excited about having a scroll bar, like when people would like in the CC, like, "Oh my God, we have more than 10 people! Oh my God, this is crazy! This is ridiculous!" And we would have. I think the most people we've ever had in CC was like 45. I remember one day, and just going from having the original like 8 or 9 of us to having like 50, 60, 70 registered people on our website. We have a nice website, thanks Frosty. We have a TeamSpeak, again, thank you Frosty. And it's just seeing like all these pieces come together. Yeah, we've had some problems and we've had some bad eggs, but we've stuck through everything. And it's just, I think it's honestly, we have nowhere to go but up, and it's just great to see us from like Z skillers just used to totally discount us, like didn't even consider us. Like same thing with Peaceful, like we were never even considered to be like good. Like people are like, oh, like what are the two major like what are the major skilling clans in RuneScape? Oh, Z skillers and Peaceful. And now if somebody asks that, it's Z skillers, Peaceful, and Recognition. You know, people actually know us. Like we're well known, and it's great to just see something that I was a big part of in creating to come and just come this far. And honestly, I feel like in our future, we're just gonna just keep getting better. I mean, as our members progress and get better, higher levels, higher ranks, like I think it's gonna be awesome. We have four people on front page skillers right now, and I just think that's awesome. So great to see. I think we have a bright future.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I mean, I know someone specifically wanted to start a clan. I immediately told them it was a bad idea, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it didn't, but that, I can see why someone would say that, because it is old school, it is a skiller clan. But it's really great how that happened, like it is a successful clan now, and that's a great thing to see. And glad you started it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I joined 3.5 months ago now, and
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. It's been a fun ride. You guys are all like really great people and everything, and like we keep getting more people coming in who like fit in with us. Like Dragon, he came from Peaceful and everything, and he fits in. We'll hang out with him on TeamSpeak and everything, and on top of that, he's also a good skiller and everything. I don't know where you are as far as rankings are concerned. I know you're like up there, but we're bringing in more people. We're bringing in better people. The name is out there. Like you said, if people they consider us to be the top 3, top 4 skilling communities that are in like existence right now. So yeah, all that's pretty cool. I would like to remake our website. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's just because of what I enjoy doing. But like, I don't know, everything's cool. We've got all the pieces together and everything, and there's really nowhere to go but up from here.
I think I've been in the clan for like 50 days now properly. I don't know, I like the clan for where it's heading. They got everything that a player would ever need or want, technically. TeamSpeak to communicate with other members, make new friends. I still remember the old website that they used to have, and then the new upgrade. What else would there be? Just like the reputation as well. Like it's not a clan that just disses down on everyone else. The only thing I could see that would ever happen in the future would be just more consecutive, like weekly skilling events, just to promote players to actually achieve. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to do that more and more. It's just, I don't know.
Players don't want to just change their schedule though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why it's kind of hard sometimes. But we're definitely looking into having more skilling competitions against other clans. We just got to see who's free and who can do it when they can do it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard with the skillers, because not a lot of skillers are playing really hard to where we could have a really competitive competition where we'd be proud of the amount of time and XP that we gain. So it's kind of hard in that aspect. Like we could do a skilling comp where a few people are only doing 4 or 5 hours a day, and then 2 people on each team are doing 10-hour, 15-hour days. So it might be a little skewed. That's why maybe the high-end clans have more success doing it. But that's all I can do on that.
I mean, we had that competition with Nova, and
yeah,
it was pretty good. People were like really going at it. Me and Nick made a lot of fucking gold amulets.
I won.
You won because you cheated.
I cheated.
Like we had records broken. Like we had 5-minute records and shit broken during
the
competition and everything. So
Nova
something like that was pretty cool.
That was pretty fair. Also, I mean,
Yeah, it
relatively
was.
fair.
I mean, it was only a weekend. We should
we had
extend it.
Zod doing 2 skills and he won both.
Well,
But I mean, just while we're still kind of on the subject, I know we did this twice, but I want to shout out Nova again because they started around the exact same time we did, and it's been basically the same story for them. Like they had a rough start, but they're like Zod said, they're growing, and it's great to see because I got so much love for them. They're a really great clan themselves. So shout out to Snelly, Eld, Uniques, Davy Jones. Shout out to all you guys. I love you guys.
Ouch, Tiki.
and how about a rematch? Except
Yeah,
this time,
rematch.
let's
We
go
had
for,
one
like-
planned. We had one planned, but they couldn't do it. It was unfortunate.
Well, maybe the shout out will do it. But instead of
Yeah.
like the weekend that we had, we should do it for like an entire week or maybe even a
I'm
month.
in. Yo, rematch. Propose to. I know they watched this rematch right now.
You know how much more fair a month would be though, because you don't know
That's
what
true.
life's gonna be.
A month would be crazy.
I mean, you wouldn't just do it in one skill though. Like you would just have
That's
like,
true.
10 people from this and 10 people from that.
I feel like if we
Maybe-
did a month though, we'd have to do like overall XP.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
in
just
general.
general EHP, because I mean,
Yeah,
level
that'd be better.
level threes can get max HP in every skill, non-viables and viables, I guess, but it'd probably have to be non-viables, I would think.
I mean, the only
Yeah.
viables you can really get, or you're going to be constantly getting EHP, would be like fletching. Well, not even really fletching, really.
Not even.
Yeah, not fun.
You can get
Not
EHP
darts.
crafted.
But definitely cooking for sure. That'd be the cheapest way to buy EHP, essentially.
Like a cooking comp though,
That's so lame.
We
I mean,
work
Any-
we could
anyone
do
can
like
cook
overall
wines.
XP and just eliminate some skills like, oh, you can't do fletching, can't do cooking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to work
I mean,
it out, but
we'd have to work out the logistics, but
I mean, I'd be also down just for a straight up, month mining competition. Who do the most mining in that month?
I mean, I'd be down.
Just
but
kidding.
who needs 20 mil mining XP?
I mean,
Brandon does, Geek
aren't-
does.
aren't you going for 3 billion total XP?
True, I'm going 200 mil all. You heard it here first.
Wait, are you really 200 mil all? It's confirmed right here.
Right here.
Confirmed.
Next weekend, dude. Should be 200 mil all next weekend.
Oh, shut up.
2 years though, right?
Roughly 2 to 8 years, yep.
2 to 8.
Give or
2
take
to
8.
8. All right. Well, no one else has anything else to say. I want to thank you guys for watching the podcast. Next one.
Bye.